game. It's in the game.
It's the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all up next.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Chubb here on first down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Here's a counter give to Chubb. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Completed over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Chubb. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Chubb trying to run his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, Britton Covey. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
He's got Devontae Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Hurts now from the gun. He throws a bullet down the right. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Tight end going in motion here. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Barkley. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here on these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run for it with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Browns with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Josh Sweat making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. His ball's caught by Uzama. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros, and part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
They'll send him over right. They give inside to Chubb. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 28. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
3rd and long for him here. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles, who have 1st and 10. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
From the pistol, Hurts. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Hurts throwing again. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Here's Hurts. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Judy there to grab it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. From the 32. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. First down, ball at the 36. Hurts to throw. Barkley's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
On the move, headed right. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5. They motion a receiver left. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. It's Dotson on the catch. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. From the 36. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Hurts now from the gun. Able to find Dotson here. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Browns and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Here's Chubb up the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. So we're through 3 here. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another one for Ford. And this one doesn't work any better. Defense there to drop him at the line again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Watson now off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15. They're going for it. Here's Watson. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
3rd and just 2 to go. Man in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there. Give a little momentum to their offense, who now has no margin for error. You got to go score.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles feeling good with a 14-point advantage. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Browns will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He'll get this to Tillman. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Watson. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Back to the air, Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Sticking to the air with Watson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Escapes out to the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Putting the body on the line for his team. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee you. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
1st and 10, here's Watson. Looking for some, and this time they're gonna get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Able to get it to Moore. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So beneath the chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.